Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Welcome to our 17th lesson of our Simplified Tajweed series, which is a series of Tajweed lessons introduced by Quran University uniquely designed Quran learning management system with the purpose of introducing Tajweed in a modern and easy approach. Through this series of lessons, you'll be introduced to Tajweed rules using a unique, modern, and innovative approach to teach Tajweed, utilizing the color codes of Mushaf al-Tajweed as a common denominator to link between those lessons and Tajweed rules. With such approach, we aim to make the understanding of Tajweed rules much easier and help you to practically apply those rules while reading the Quran. And in this lesson, we'll learn about the rules of the emphasized Meem and Noon, that is, the Meem and Noon with Shuddah. The objectives of this lesson is to help you learn the Applied Tajweed definition of the emphasized Meem, that is, the Meem with Shuddah, and the emphasized Noon, Noon with Shuddah, and to take examples of the rules of the emphasized Meem and Noon, and practice the correct pronunciation of the emphasized Noon and Meem during recitation, and practice what we have learned by extracting cases of emphasized Meem and Noon from the Quran and apply Tajweed rules on them. In our Quran learning management system, whether we're using the desktop version or the mobile version, in both cases we use the Ottoman script of Medina Mus'haf with Tajweed color codes, which we call قواعد ألوان التجويد or Tajweed color legend, where every Tajweed rule is given a unique color code. The objectives of these color codes is to alert us to Tajweed rules while reading the Quran. If we look at the colors reflected by the Tajweed color legend and look at the color green and search for this color within this page of Quran, we'll find the Noon of the word An-Nas. This Noon is given the color green and it has a Shuddah above it, indicating that this Noon should be given Ghunnah for 2 units. This Noon with Shuddah has been originally 2 Noons, one with Sukoon and one with Fatha, and both merged together in a duplicate one with a stressed Shuddah. So we pronounce it with a maintained nasal Ghunnah, and this is basically the rule of the emphasized Meem and Noon, the emphasized meaning with Shuddah, where it should be emphasized and given the Ghunnah indicated in green. Let's first learn what do you mean by emphasized Meem or emphasized Noon and what's special about those. Now, the Noon and Meem are related letters because both are similar in having double articulation, one nasal that gives them the Ghunnah and one oral. And the oral articulation for the Noon is basically by bringing the tip of the tongue opposite to the gum of the upper incisor. Let's look at that. Noon, Noon, Noon. We have seen how the tongue is brought up here to opposite to the incisor teeth as we pronounce the Noon. Now, as of the Meem, it is articulated by closing the 2 lips together. That's why we call it a bilabial letter. Let's listen to that. Meem, Meem, Meem. We have seen how the 2 lips were coming together as we are pronouncing the Meem. Now, let's exercise or experience how to pronounce the Meem and the Noon. To explore the articulation of the Noon, add a Hamza before it. Then pronounce the Noon, in, with Sukoon silence and say in, in. You can feel your tongue touching the hard palate just behind your incisor teeth. In. You would realize that the Noon is articulated at the tip of the tongue opposite to the gum of the upper incisor teeth. Now, as of the Meem, to explore the articulation of the Meem, add a Hamza before it, then pronounce the Meem with a Sukoon silence and say im. You realize that the Meem is articulated by closing the 2 lips together. Im. That's why we call it bilabial. And let's watch. In, im. And now, since we have learned how to pronounce the Noon and Meem from their oral articulation zones, being a lingual or being a labial, let's understand what we mean by emphasis or stressing a letter or Shuddah or Tashdeed. First, we'll look at the emphasized Noon. Emphasized Noon means that we merge 2 noons together. First one is a still Noon, Sakina. Second one is a vowelized noon with haraka, fatha or dhamma or kasra, to become one noon with shadda. This is the shadda. Inna, 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 inna. And as of the emphasized meem, same thing applies. Emphasized meem, meem with shadda, basically is a still meem, meem sakina, meeting a second vowelized meem with haraka, either a fatha or a dhamma or a kasra, to become one meem with shadda, meem with shadda. Listen. Imma, imma. Now, what do we mean by ghunnah or nasalization? Linguistically, ghunnah means a sound that is emitted from the nasal passages without any function of the tongue. So basically, the noon or the meem can have a nasal ghunnah. So this sound is going through this nasal passage, the nasopharynx, while the oral sound goes from the oral cavity where the tongue can play with it. So movement of the tongue up to the left, down, and the lips can affect the orally passed air, while the nasal air has nothing to obstruct it. No tongue, no lips, and we call that nasal unobstructed tone of the voice of those letters. We call it nasalization or ghunnah. With that, we can build our Tajweed, Applied Tajweed definition of ghunnah, where we can define ghunnah as a nasalized sound emitted from the nasal passages, and such sound is a characteristic of some letters, namely the noon and meem, where it might be either an intrinsic characteristic or an incidental one of those letters. So, how is ghunnah related to the emphasized meem and noon? Well, the rule is that we should extend the pronunciation of the ghunnah of the noon or meem for 2 units, 2 time units. 2 units is the time required to hand grip 2 fingers or spread 2 fingers, which is approximately 2 seconds. Let's look at this. This video, 1, 2, the time to extend 2 fingers. And this video, 1, 2, is the time needed to grip or flex 2 fingers. Now we're going to put all together and practice pronouncing them, the stressed noon and the emphasized stressed meem, giving them the ghunnah. The reason is, as we merge the 2 noons, the first sakina, there is a ghunnah with it. And the second vowelized noon, there is also a ghunnah with it. So when they're combined into a noon with shadda, emphasized, then the ghunnah would be augmented. Both ghunnahs will be merged together into one large ghunnah extended for 2 units. Same thing applies to the meem. So if you merge 2 memes together, the first meem, the second meem has a ghunnah, and the vowelized meem, the meem with fatha, has a ghunnah. Now when we put the 2 together into a stressed, emphasized meem with shadda, then the 2 ghunnahs add to each other, giving you an augmented ghunnah that should be extended for 2 units, equivalent to the time of gripping or extending 2 fingers. Now let's take some examples on the emphasized meem and noon. We'll start with the first example of the emphasized noon, min al-jinnati wan-nas. We see here that there are 2 noon with shadda, al-jinnah, al-jinn, noon sakina, followed by noon mutaharrika with fatha, so it's pronounced as al-jinnah, al-jinnah, and that's how we give it ghunnah. Let's take now the second example, an-nas, noon with shadda. Basically, it is 2 noons, the first with sukoon, an, second one, nas, an-nas, an-nas. So we give it ghunnah for 2 units. Next example, inna a'tainaka. Inna, as we see the noon here with shadda, is basically 2 noons. In, noon sakina, followed by na, noonun with fatha. Together they become inna, and we give it Ghunnah for 2 units. Next example, al-khannas, noonun with shadda, and that noon is basically 2 noons, noonun sakina, noon with sukoon, al-khan, followed by noon with fatha, nas, al-khannas, al-khannas, so we give it Ghunnah for 2 units. Next example, inna rabbahum. The noon here has a shadda, and that's basically 2 noons, noonun with sukoon, inna, 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 so it's given Ghunnah for 2 units. Next we move to the examples of the emphasized meem and take the first one, حمالة الحطب. حمالة الحطب, a meem with shadda. The first meem is sakin, ham, followed by a meem with fatha, mala, حمالة, حمالة, حمالة الحطب, حمالة. Next example, فأما من, meem with shadda and fatha, basically a meem with sukoon, فأم, followed by meem with fatha, فأما, فأما, again Ghunnah for 2 units. Next is فأمه هاوية. Again the meem here is with shadda and dam, basically 2 memes, فأم, first meem with sukoon, muhu, second meem with dhamma, combined, فأمه, فأمه, again given Ghunnah for 2 units. The following example, مما خلق. مما is meem with shadda and fatha, basically is 2 memes, first meem with sukoon, mim, second followed with another meem with fatha, mimma, 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 and we give it Ghunnah for 2 units. And now we're going to apply what we have learned and put it in practice. We're going to extract the emphasized noon or meem from the shaded verses and try to conclude the related tajweed rule. Remember, we're looking for a noon or meem with the color green and has a shadda. So this is the first one. النهار نون مشددة, has a shadda and a fatha. النهار, we give it Ghunnah for 2 units. Another النهار, same rule, النهار. Now we have a meem with shadda, but realize this first meem is not the one we are learning in this lesson. Actually, this is a meem following a tanween, لأجل مسمى, لأجل mu. So this meem, although the rule is different, idgham of the tanween with the meem, yet it still gets the Ghunnah for 2 units, لأجل مسمى, and that's why we're giving it the color green. Now the second meem in musamma is basically what we are looking for in this lesson. It's a meem with shadda, musamma. We give it a Ghunnah for 2 units. One more example, we're looking for لا يقولن, لا يقولن. This noon with shadda and fatha is given a Ghunnah for 2 units. هن, هل هن. Again, the noon here is noon with shadda and fatha. Hunna, to be given Ghunnah for 2 units. Inni, inni, noon with shadda and kasra is given Ghunnah for 2 units. All of them are given the color green. سألتهم من, here is a meem with shadda and fatha. سألتهم من, and we give it Ghunnah for 2 units. أفرأيتم ما, meem here also is given Ghunnah for 2 units. فرأيتم ما تدعون. هل هن, noon with fatha and shadda. هن عذاب مقيم. This is again a meem with shadda, but again it's similar to the last page where we have a tanween followed by the meem, and what we do is idgham. عذاب مقيم. عذاب مقيم. And this is given Ghunnah for 2 units. Now we'll summarize what we have learned in this lesson in one slide. Emphasized Noon, where we give it Ghunnah, and Emphasized Meem, also given Ghunnah. The rule: pronounce the emphasized Noon with Ghunnah for 2 units. And the rule here is pronounce the emphasized Meem with Ghunnah for 2 units. And the letters is 2 identical letters, still Noon meeting a vowelized Noon. And here is still Meem meeting its identical twin, vowelized Meem. Now, how to pronounce? Merge the 2 Noons, the first still Sakina and the second vowelized, to produce an emphasized stressed Noon with Shuddah. Combining these 2 Noons produce an augmented Ghunnah extending for 2 units, which mean the time needed for 2 fingers to be gripped or 2 seconds. Now the same thing applies to the Meem, where we merge the first still Meem with the vowelized second Meem to produce a stressed Meem, which is given Ghunnah for 2 units, 2 finger grips or 2 seconds. And in given examples, من الجنة والناس حمالة الحطب for the Meem, the symbol is to be given a color green with a Shuddah in Mushaf Tajweed, and here to be given a color green with a Shuddah on the Meem in Mushaf Tajweed. And that brings us to the conclusion of this lesson on the rules of the emphasized Meem and the emphasized Noon. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that بعونه وقدرته that the Quran Learning Management System برنامج الجامع لحفظ كتاب الله would help you, inshallah, to improve your tajweed and improve your tilawah and help you in improving your recitation and help you, if you want, in memorizing the Quran and to help you understand the Quran in the proper way. As we reach the end, we ask Al-Mawla Azza wa Jal أن يتقبل منا هذا العمل. We ask Allah Almighty to accept this work from us, and we ask you to make dua for those who participated in making this work come to life and reach you. Hoping you all the best. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.